All right, so we're on. We are doing 8th grade state test, and we are going to go over question number 48, which is a 3-point question. We're going to go over the questions that are good, and we're going to discuss why they're good, what did they do right, and we're also going to go over the bad answers and see why they're bad, and sometimes they're hilarious. So let's see what we are going to get here. So as always, we are doing the question on our own, and you want to see if we got it right or not. All right. So as I see, I don't think they have like an unsolved version, so we can start with it. No, we do here. All right. Let's go. So at the school district transported a total of 409 students and teachers to a zoo in buses and vans. Each van transported a total of 55 students and teachers. Each van transported a total of 12 students and teachers. Okay. There are 5 more buses than vans. Okay. And what is the total number of students and teachers who rode to the zoo in buses? And the same question in vans. So basically, we just have to find how many. All right, so let's see. So we have a total of 409 students, right? And each bus did 55, and each van did 12, right? And there are 5 more buses than vans. Can we do it this way? Can we say that the amount of buses is X? Amount of buses, or how many buses? Okay. And I don't know why it's not erasing. Interesting. And y will be amount of vans. Hold on, let me see. Is it real? Oh, really? Do you see that? That my thingy decided that like it's not gonna erase anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, let me reload it real quick. Oh, what's going on? No, it just doesn't work. How about we close it? Open it, close it, close it, close everything that has edge. Reopen. Let's see if this is going to work now. Wow. Okay, we have a backup plan. In this case, I hope it will work somehow. Later, maybe. We have a backup plan. We have an annotation on Zoom. And annotation on Zoom works and also clears up. All right. So X is the amount of buses, right? And Y is the amount of vans. And we know that a bus holds 55 students, a van holds 12 students and teachers, right? So can we do 55x plus 12y equals to 409? Okay, I think we can do that. 55 people per bus, 12 people per a van, and in total amount of people is 409. Now, and now we have to create a second equation that has this. There were 5 more buses than vans, right? So it means that let's start with y. Y equals to, so vans equals to buses plus, no, it's actually y plus, hold on. Y plus 5 equals 2x. You can always check, and that's, I actually suggest you strongly, Andrew, you hear me? I suggest you strongly to check yourself. Let's say if there are 5 more buses than vans. What if you have one van? How many buses you have? If you have one van. And there are 5 more buses than vans. Imagine that there was one van in total, just generally one van. How many buses would it be? It would be, well, if they would say 5 more, right? So 5 more means what? Plus 5? So there would be 6 buses. All right. So would that work in this equation? The answer is yes, it will. The van is the y. And if I plug in 1 over here, instead of the 1, it's going to be 1 plus 5, which is 6, which is correct. So we know for sure right now that our equation is legit and it's working. All right. Now we're going to say that, okay, this is a system and we're going to have to solve this system. Okay? How are we going to solve that system? We're going to solve that system by something that's called substitution. And since x equals to y plus 5, we're going to take that y plus 5 and we're going to substitute it instead of the x. Since it says x equals to. Since it says x equals to. So let's do it real quick. Okay, I'm going to speed up because we don't have that much time left and I want to really want to go over the answers. Okay, plus 12y equals to 409. I substitute it. I have to distribute, so it's 55y equal plus 55 times 5. It's 250 and 25, 275 plus 12y equals to 409. Now we're going to do 55 plus 12 is going to be 67y plus 275 equals to 409. Now we're going to subtract 275 on both sides and we get 67y equals to, okay, let's see what it is, 409 real quick minus 275 is going to be 134. 134, which we're going to divide by 67 on both sides, and we're going to get y equals to 2. So that means there were 2 vans. If there were 2 vans, it means that there's 5 more buses than the vans, right? So we're just going to plug in 2 instead of the y, and we're going to get 7. There were 7 buses and 2 vans. That's the answer. All right, so highlight it real quick. What we did here in this question, we created a system, we solved the system by what's called substitution, and then we got our answers. And now we're going to check whether our answers are right and the answers themselves, okay? All right, so the first thing. Ooh, it's back on. Is it working? It is, okay. Okay. This is a teacher's guide. Do you see it? Do you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on one second. We didn't do, what is it? They actually did separately people. Uh, Students and teachers wrote, but how many in total? Okay. I actually, you see, I was rushing a little bit. I didn't do it in the end because we had 7 buses and 2 vans that we had to actually multiply 55 times 7, 12 times 2, and we would get the correct answer. So 55 times 7, 385, and 12 times 2 would be 24. So 24 people in vans and 385 people in buses. So you see, you have to pay attention. If you get everything right, that's still is potentially can be wrong. So you see, this is the last step. Do you see that? That's the one that I did not do, but then I realized that we had to do it. Okay, so this is the first answer. What do you see about that answer? Bus is X, just like mine, right, Andrew? Andrew, you there?
Yep.
Okay, say it.
Wait,
All right.
can you please repeat the question? You kind of glitched out.
I glitched out. I said, "What do you see about this answer?" I think it was done exactly as I did the question. X and Y, buses and vans, a system solved
Yeah.
by substitution. Got a 2, from 2 got a 7 for the buses, and from there, the step that I forgot is right here. So everything is like very organized, I would say. I
Yeah.
mean, it was my arrows and squares that would probably be even more organized, but it's okay. It's okay. That's very good. Like well written, everything very clean, and that's why 3 out of 3, obviously. Okay, the next one is oh, uh-huh, 55 times 7. But how did you get 7 though? How did you know there are 7 of them? 55 times 7, 55. I cannot believe that you would get 3 out of 3 for that. This is just guessing, or I don't know, or copying from someone. What is that? How? Where? The response demonstrate a thorough understanding of a concept in the task. The correct solution is calculated using trial and error. But trial
Lies.
and wow, wow, and it's legit. Well, maybe back in 2018 it was legit. Not anymore. There's no way you can do this and get 3 out of 3, even if you got the right answer. This could literally be copying from someone. I wouldn't accept it. I would give this literally a A1. Okay, so we're moving on. Okay. Um, what do we have here? We have someone who used B and V, and I don't blame this person. Buses and vans, right? Uh, and also this. Okay, that's good. 2 vans, 7 buses, multiplied in the end. Everything should actually be good here. And you get 3 out of 3 and well deserved, right?
Yeah, it's kind of, you know.
What do you say about this? 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55.
Yeah. I don't get it. How did he get 342? Just out of nowhere.
I think it's also kind of like partially trial and error, but at the same time there was a system somehow here. Yeah, the system is good, and just found that it's 2 vans. I don't know. Then why you did this then? And like have you heard about multiplication? No, it exists. It lets you add numbers without doing it repetitively. 2 out of 3. Partial understanding, an appropriate system of equation. However, the work does not show the result. Okay, so you mean that this is not enough work, and this is. There's something wrong with that, obviously, and no one really checked it. All right. 7 students, 2 students. Okay, so just didn't do the last 2 steps. And what is it? 2? 2. Okay, 2 is 2, Correct amount of buses, correct amount of vans. What is that? Correct answers, right? So that's already good. Somehow got the system right, solved it, did not get the calculations right because it's not 2.21. It's just calculational error that somehow led him into getting the right one. Okay, so calculational error, that's it. You get 2 out of 3 even if you calculated it wrong. Next, what is that? 7 buses, 2 vans, boom, boom, right answers, and you still get 1 out of 3. Why? No work. No work. Moving on. I hate this when someone erases and writes on top. It's like so confusing. Okay, so 200 students, 202 students. So that means like this answer is supposed to bother you, Andrew. If you would have the answer like this, it's supposed to bother. You're supposed to be like, hold on 1 second. There were so many more people in buses. Why the number of people in the buses and the people in the vans are so close, especially if there are 5 more buses than vans?
Yeah.
What kind of vans you have? You know what I mean? Your van has to be bigger than a bus, or almost as, yeah, actually bigger. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be able to drive more than 55 people per van. This is crazy. So obviously wrong. Got the wrong. Actually, you see that x equals 2? That was right. So he erased a correct work. Andrew, look at that. That work that I'm seeing is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Well deserved 1. What is that? B55, V12, 409, divide by 7, got 24, 9 and 2, or 7, whatever it is. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You wrote the wrong way. This guy went the wrong way, and obviously didn't got anything. Okay, next. System. Somehow close to correct system. There is no second part of the system here, and no answer, no nothing, and I think this is a 0 though. Yes. What about here? 55 minus 12 is 47. 12 students and teachers wrote van. 55 total students and teachers. So that's just copying this and this. And why did you do that? No one knows. So it's called I'll try to write something to get 1 point, but unfortunately we can see it through and you get a 0. All right, this is it. This was a 3-point question from the 8th grade of 2018 math state test. And next time we're going to continue on the same topic. We're gonna go over at least one more state test. And if anyone would want to go over more state tests, you can leave you can leave us a comment, and maybe we'll do more.